make food that's good that you're personally blown away by. Talk about like what that's like to be able to create something like that.
Just trying to make the best flavor product, and say you eat with your eyes first, and then your smells, and then you taste.
James and his wife did do some traveling to do a bit of research.
Started the cart prior to going to Italy, but wife and I just went to Italy recently, and we spent about 18 days traveling from the northern side of Italy down to Salerno and then up to Austria and eating our way across.
Oh, okay, so that's a good way to do some research. Just go on an eating vacation.
It is, yeah. Not good for the waistline, but it's fantastic for the belly.
And good memories, too.
Exactly.
So Cotto Italian Street Food, why open a food cart that is focused on Italian street food?
Been a long time cooking, 30 years for me in the culinary field. Italian background, Mediterranean background, and just tried to find a unique twist on something that was not around in the beautiful food truck scene that's here in Bend.
It's a family affair with James' wife and brother also helping in the food cart.
She helps out with all the numbers crunching and gets everything dialed in, and she's assisting and working in the cart on a regular basis. So you'll see her smiling in the window and greeting people as they come up.
Awesome.
And my brother works his other job, and he gets to come up and hang out, and hopefully we can just keep this one growing.
James's newest venture comes in the form of a food cart on Bend's west side.
For the name, Cotto Italian Street Food, was that the name from the get-go?
It started out as Cotto Strada, which if that translates properly, it means cooked street. And so when we wanted Italian street food, we thought that what better way to say cooked street and have a kind of a fun twist on it in Italian. And we ended up using just the Cotto part.
Cotto Italian Street Food offers filling dishes you can take away, including a refreshing salad.
Having something, like this important to have on your menu?
Fun twists for the time in the season. So we kind of steered away from the classic caprese salads you see at different places, but just tried to have fun with it and something that could be packaged up and able to go.
They have a relatively small menu, but they do things very well.
I think my favorite's the hot beef. Just a classic kind of twist on hot beef in Italy. It would be a shredded beef with a jardiniere on top, maybe a smoked provolone. And then chicken parmesan is still the top seller.
So the chicken parmesan's your top seller?
It is, and
Okay.
I just had another piece the other day, shared one with Sarah, my wife, and I was blown away. It still makes me smile every time that I eat it.
Tell me what's in this.
Yeah, breaded chicken cutlets there. They end up on the flat top, get a nice crust to it. And then a pesto aioli on top there, a little bit of Parmesan, and then a house-made marinara that takes about 5 hours, 6 hours that we slow simmer.
That is good if you're looking for a sandwich. And yeah, not a small sandwich at that either.
Maybe it's time to try a dish you've never heard of.
Tell me what's in front of us here.
Arancini.
Okay.
I'm sure there's different ways to say that in different areas. Arancino, arancini. But what you have in front of you there is the chicken arancini, and that one has a gochujang barbecue sauce, some crispy onions on top, and then inside is shredded chicken with a little gochujang and some cheese.
The process is fairly simple, but delivers fantastic flavor.
We used to make it quite a bit at home, just leftover rice. We'd have some risotto and make some arancini for the next day type of fun. Just kind of bloomed into something else. We sat and tested a little home fryer, and now here we are. We got 4 different arancini on the menu, and they come out and they look very pretty on the outside and taste even better on the inside.
You can either sit down on their patio or take your arancini on an adventure.
They reheat very well. They can travel up to the side of the lake. They can go onto the river. They're fantastic. They hold really well. Can always dress them on the side if somebody wants them to heat up the next day. So the cheese and the mushroom, they crack them open, fry an egg on it in the morning, and away you go.
Why do you keep working in the restaurant world? I mean, you've done it your whole life.
It's one way to make hundreds of people smile in a day. You can touch them with a little bit of yummy food in their tummy, and maybe they're a little hangry, and then they get to taste this, and they just can have a memory of maybe grandma making something, maybe mom making something, a smell in the house, and that's, I think, what touches most people is kind of that memory lane.
You can find Cotto Italian Street Food near Good Life Brewing off Century Drive and Commerce Avenue. For another edition of Taste This, I'm Emily Kerr.